Hello, my name is Andre Hill. I am the Associate Director of Transfer Recruitment at UNCG, and we are super excited that you are going to be joining us this fall semester. This session that I'm going to be hosting is the transitioning from a North Carolina community college. We want to talk to you specifically about some of the things that may be different about coming from a two-year school here in the state and moving over to a four-year school. We want to make sure to give you all the advantages and all the resources that we can to help you get off to a good start. So with that, I'm going to get out of the way. Give me just a moment. There I go. So now let's talk about you and the things that you guys are going to need in making the transition into UNCG. Let's go forward. So many transfer students will ask us in the process of transferring, well, what about my GPA? And for every one of you, you're going to have a brand new UNCG GPA to start. While there may be a few programs, I'm thinking of three specifically, our School of Nursing, our School of Social Work, and the School of Education, they may have, let me say a different way, they will take a look back at some of your coursework from your previous school because those schools, along with a couple of others, a couple of departments, will have a separate selection process. So while you're now a part of the campus, you may have to go through a separate admissions process for that particular program. But for most of the programs, they're going to be most concerned with the work that you've done here. So we want to make sure that you have a great start, and that should make things much easier as you transition and as you progress towards your bachelor's degree. Some of the other things you may want to know about our community college transfer students is that you tend to graduate at higher rates than our native students, native being students that started with us from their very first year, and you achieve higher GPAs than those same students. So we know that when you arrive on our campus, you tend to do very, very well. So be proud of that fact, and we know that you guys will be just continuation of that fact as you arrive here on campus in the fall. There are a few things that are going to be different, and we've got 5 things on the screen here that we're going to call out specifically about the processes, the size of the campus, the number of students that are here, the number of courses and the types of courses that you're going to take, and the opportunities for student life. One of the big differences we'll talk about is campus size. This is a small example we have here on the screen, or maybe not so small, in that we have a brand new School of Nursing that is currently under construction. I believe that is scheduled to open up next year, 2021. We are very much looking forward to that. And it's going to be changing. It is definitely going to change the footprint of our campus as well. So let's move forward in the processes. Many of the things as far as being a college student will be the same at UNCG as they were at your community college. The idea that you're going to go to class, complete your courses, take exams, apply for financial aid. Some of you will live on campus, some of you will live off campus. All those things should feel very familiar. Even the idea of having a Spartan card, or it's having a student ID card, in our case, the Spartan card, that will feel very familiar. Some of the differences, though, are going to be with our ID card. It's going to help connect you to everything that you need access to here on the campus. That means going over to the library to pick out books, getting into any of the athletic events. For those of you who are living on campus, being able to access your residence hall. So it's definitely going to be important. You can see the young lady here in our picture. She's picking up her ID card. Make sure that you do the same. One of the things that may be different with us is going to be the period where you can make changes to your schedule. So if you are starting with us in fall, you're going to be starting classes on your first day on August the 18th. The university gives you a full week to make any final changes to your schedule. If you need to move courses around, or if that class that you specifically wanted finally came open, there'll be an opportunity for you to grab it all the way until August 24th. At that day, courses are going to be locked. Your schedule is your schedule at that point, and we're going to be expecting that you're going to finish out this year with those courses, finish out the semester with those classes, excuse me. And then you will have all the way until October 9th to drop courses from your schedule. So that way that you don't receive an academic penalty, meaning that you'll receive a failing grade regardless of how you were doing in the course up to that point. So by October, you'll want to have that conversation with your professor, check over your grades, see how things are going, and that'll be the opportunity to decide, all right, I'm going to get out of this schedule, change a few things around, or I'm going to keep it as is and finish out the term with the classes that I have. The size of the campus is definitely going to be different. So right now, the university is 250 acres all around, corner to corner. You can see all the other facts and figures about us. But the important thing to know is that this campus will start to feel a lot smaller once you arrive, both in the literal sense and the figurative sense. In the figurative sense, once you start to know the places that you need to go, the buildings that are important to you, important to your major, and the things that you're involved with, you'll start to focus on those spaces, and you'll be able to ignore a lot of other buildings that you won't need. So that will make the campus feel a lot smaller. But also in the literal sense, that as you start to find your way, you know where things are, it won't feel as intimidating. It won't feel as big to you as you walk around. So there'll be opportunities for you to see the campus, to walk around, to get a feel for where your classes are in relation to everything else. And I guarantee you, you'll get more comfortable with it as you go. The enrollment of our campus is definitely going to be different for you. UNCG has had a long reputation of being a medium-sized campus, and now with a total of 20,000 students, we can no longer make that claim. So we want to do everything we can to make every student feel valued, to feel welcome, and we want to make sure that you find ways to make those connections that you need while you're here. The transfer class this past semester was almost 1,900 students. We're expecting hopefully something similar to that for this class that you're going to be entering with. It's definitely going to be important that transfer students become a part of our campus, to become a part of our campus community, because there are going to be lots of students who are like you, who started at another school, now are going to be finishing with UNCG, who may be a little bit older, who may have a family, who may be working part-time or full-time. We want you to know that there are other students who are like you, and they are having wonderful success here on the campus, and there's no reason to think that you're not, going to replicate that same success. The classes that you're going to be taking will be different. So far, many of you, if you've only attended a community college, you've been taking courses at the lower level, equivalent to your freshman year and sophomore year. Now moving up to a senior institution, you're now going into courses that are more related to the major, your junior and your senior level classes. So in order to make sure that you take the classes that you need for graduation, we need to make sure that we offer a lot of them. And that will be somewhere around 1,700 classes every semester that we offer. The average size class is 25, which we're super proud of. But for many of you, you have taken a lot of the introductory courses, which tend to be a little bit larger. So getting your psychology out of the way, some of the science and math courses out of the way, you are very likely going to see that many of your courses are going to fit this third bullet, where they're going to have 20 or fewer students enrolled. So when we talk about making connections, being able to talk with your faculty, being able to spend time with them and learn the things that they would have you to learn in order to be successful in the major, having a course size that's going to be a little bit smaller is definitely going to help to enhance that experience for you. So we want you to know those courses are going to be available, and we're going to do everything we can to help you get in them. So a few keys to success, things that should help every student, but specific to our transfers: opportunities for you to get involved and taking advantage of the resources that we have here on the campus. There are over 200 different clubs and organizations that are available to all of our students. You can see the different types that are here. This doesn't give you any sort of full picture of all the things that you can do, but there's a lot. Some of the organizations that may be of special interest to you will be Tau Sigma, which is our honorary society for transfer students with high GPAs. They host a few events over the years, and they will have an opportunity for you to get involved with them as well. There is also a Transfer and Adult Student Union, and they will also be focused on transfer students. They know that they have a little bit of a different experience here on the campus versus somebody who is coming right out of high school. So they want to be a support to students who look like them, and to help them to navigate the differences between being a transfer student and still being a part of this UNCG campus. You can see the information there about our athletics. We are a Division I team, so we will have opportunities for you to be able to go out and to support all the different competitive teams for men and women that are here on the campus. We also have our Kaplan Center for Wellness. You can see the young lady there in the picture taking advantage of the climbing wall that's here. Intramural and club sports are going to be available There's lots of different ways for you to find your space, to get involved, and to be doing things while you're here on campus with us. Our campus activities and programming board, they're going to be the team of people who help to keep events happening on our campus, whether that be speakers, concerts, things of that nature. We want to make sure that as students are on the campus, that the extracurricular and co-curricular activities are happening as well. So visit their website, check out the things that they've got going on, and they will be in a very important office as you're finding places where you want to get involved. A few of the resources we want to point out that are going to be important are listed here on the screen for you as well. We have our Career and Professional Development Office, and they are focused on the idea that now that you've chosen UNCG, we've got to get you out of here. We want you to have a great experience, but we know that you came with the goal, that you are moving towards your bachelor's degree, some of you on towards a master's degree and beyond, internships, part-time jobs. We want you to have the experience that you look for, and that experience should be moving towards what are you going to do when you're done. So for those of you who are focused on your major, this can be the team that can help to narrow those your focus, to help you really get in a strong way into the program or the grad school or the career that you're looking forward to. So focusing on resume writing and preparing for whatever's going to happen next for you when you graduate. For those of you who may have been a little bit more like me, you were kind of bumping around a little bit, trying to figure out what it is that you wanted to do, they can be a great resource to help narrow your focus as well, to really kind of get in on, here's the thing that I am good at, here are the things that I enjoy, and here are some majors and careers that should match up to my skills. We also have the Office of Intercultural Engagement. So for any student who belongs to a minority group, and when you look at the broad definition, that should include just about all of us, they are going to be the office to help connect you with resources related to that. So if you are a minority based on race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, and many other categories, this would be an office that you'd want to connect with, and they would be able to help you to connect with other students on campus, with other resources that are here on campus, materials. They're just a great, great place. So I would definitely encourage you to seek them out at some point, make a connection, and see what you can learn from them. The next two bullets are going to be connected, and that they are really connecting directly into the academic supports for students on our campus. The Learning Assistance Center is just what it sounds like, helping students to get the best out of their experience while they're here. So that's going to be related to tutoring, organization, study skills, all the things, all the nuts and bolts of just being a good overall student while you're in college. The Speaking Center and the Writing Center are just what they sound like, that for students who are working on presentations and trying to put together the best papers that they can, they're going to be there to help you to tighten those things up, to get them ready to be the best that they can be as you're presenting them to your courses, to your professors. And these things for both offices are not going to be one and done offices. These should be places that you should be seeing on a regular basis to make sure that everything you're doing is going to be the best that they can be. And that's going to help you to have better grades, a better experience. They're just great, great places, and you should take some time to meet with the teams and the people that work there. First year experience, the FYE 101 course, this is all about helping students to get off to a good start. There are many things about our campus that can be learned through trial and error. You know, you try it, it doesn't work, you try something else, it does work, and everything, you know, in the end works out. But FYE is designed to help students to not go through that experience, to introduce you to all of the resources that are here on campus, to support you over those, I believe, 8 weeks that you spend there in the course with those faculty and staff members. And they just want to tell you, here are the things that if you want to be successful that you can do. Here are the resources that you'll need if you want to be successful and have a great time. It's a great course. I would recommend it to all of you. If you don't have it in your schedules, try to see if you can add it. I think that students who take these courses tend to do better in the long run, and they're just a great group of folks who are teaching these classes. Our Dean of Students office is also going to be a support to you, but they may get more into the personal support. As with all of us, as we go through life, we find that there are some situations that we have to go through that are difficult, that affect all the other parts of our lives. And the Dean of Students Office can be a great resource to help navigate those types of changes as they happen. So this is not the office that only sees students who are troublemakers and when things happen. You'll want to go and talk to them anytime that you need a little help, a little support. If you have a question about, how things are progressing on the campus, they will do everything they can to help you, to support you, to connect you to resources on campus. They're just a great, great group of people, and they just want to make sure that students have everything that's available to them in order to be successful and to be able to complete their degree. Lastly here, the Office of Accessibility and Resource Services. This is a team of people who works in our Student Center, and they help to support students with any sort of learning difference or learning disability. So whether that be physical or otherwise, you can go to seek them out, and they will help to connect you with resources on campus. They will help to be an advocate for you in the classroom. They will give you all of the support that you may need as far as what to say to your professor, how to have that conversation if there's some sort of need that you may have. And they will do everything they can to make sure that your academic experience is going to be the best that it can be. So wrapping everything up, this campus belongs to you. You've chosen to become a part of this campus, this group and community of Spartans, and we are excited to be able to have you here. And part of that is going to be making sure that you get involved, that you take advantage of all the resources that are here, and that as a new transfer student, that you know that everything that's here is for your benefit. So as you go through the experience, arrive on campus in the fall, start getting into your courses and thinking about what's going to come next for me, know that everyone on campus is here to support you, including us here in the admissions office. Our job is just about done, but we are not done being Spartans, and we're not done trying to support you and help you as you move forward. So as you move through this campus and your experience, seek out the people that are here to help you. Come and see us if you need help. Ask the right questions, talk to the people, and we will do everything we can to make sure that you have the best academic experience that you can. Good luck in the fall semester. We'll be out there looking for you, and we hope you guys have a great, great year.